I said the proposition is that Sue going to be diurnal. That proposition is going to be, I guess, virtuous within my conceptual scheme.
What do you mean by virtuous, and what do you mean by a conceptual scheme?
When I say virtuous, I mean it behaves properly. So if we were to dissect the apparatus of the given conceptual scheme, we'll see the prescriptions are ones of which behave virtuously and non-problematic, which gives us epistemically rational reason to hold to it.
Very cool. Now, what do you mean by conceptual schema?
Conceptual schema, we can just say my, I guess, framework of thoughts.
All right, cool. So why is your frameworks of thought, I guess, valid for saying that, I guess, Sukin is going to be beating, I guess, Giorno?
I don't even know what you mean by valid there, so explicate on that. I don't think my conceptual scheme has to be one of which is valid to give us reason to hold to it within the dialect. So explicate on those terminologies there.
Okay, so you're saying that you believe it's not going to be valid. So I'm assuming you have some form of idea.
I did not say that, by the way. Straw man of doom. I didn't say it's not valid. I'm questioning what valid even means.
My bad if I said that, but I guess I misspoke. All right. So within what you just said, you said that I don't believe it's gonna have to be valid, right? So
Yeah, I questioned what does valid even mean, and then I'm saying you don't like it doesn't have to be valid for you to hold to it. If you're talking about structure, I guess in that type of sense, then yes, it would be valid. But
all right, sure. I'll just get the definition for valid real quick in Oxford.
But I'll literally just tell you my conceptual scheme is virtuous and non-problematic, and that gives us reason ought to hold to it. We have some epistemic credence to hold to it.
First of all, what's your little conceptual schema, and why do you think it's non-problematic?
Yeah, so when you say something is non-problematic, or when you say a scheme is non-problematic, that just goes to say, like I said earlier, if you dissect the apparatus and you see the prescriptions are non-problematic, meaning they don't conflict with each other, that gives you reason to hold to it. So my conceptual scheme can just go along the lines of something like this. If metaphysical solipsism is true, this is an entailment relation. That subjectivism is true. If both of these must be the case, then whatever I think is going to be the case. And, I just think the proposition is true, bitch ass nigga.
You didn't even try. That's not what I asked you.
I literally just answered both of your questions, retard.
What was my question? Repeat it. Go.
Why do I have to do this? I literally just answered both of your questions, retard.
No, you didn't. Okay, what was the question?
You're not going to ask me to repeat it to look optically appealing. Like, it's bad for you.
Nigga, you saying all this jargon, nigga, and you still haven't answered my question, nigga. You're a bitch.
Okay, well, since it's jargon, I'm just not going to repeat what I said. If you don't remember what I said, that's going to be a tracking issue.
I never asked you to repeat what you said. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? I didn't ask you to repeat what you said. Are you retarded?
Yeah, I'm just telling you now. I'm not going to do it.
Nigga, you haven't even practiced the word I said, nigga. First, I asked you, why do you believe that conceptual schema is going to be valid?
You already answered.
Now, wait, let me finish talking. I asked you, why do you believe that there's going to be no problems within your conceptual schema? You still haven't answered my question.
Oh my God, I already told you that. Yo, you want to conclude?
Nigga, okay. Wait, repeat what you said, because I promise you I had no correlation. I
already told you. I promise you I had no correlation. If you dissect the scheme and you see the prescriptions are none of which are not problematic, and what I meant by non-problematic is just the prescriptions don't conflict with one another. And
oh my God, I'm obviously asking you to go in depth into this prescription. Are you fucking dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
You want to conclude? Do you want to conclude?
There's no reason to conclude.
Do you want to conclude? Do you want to conclude? Do you want to conclude?
You keep asking the same question I just said. No, like you're starting.
No, you think you're winning, right? Let's conclude. Let's conclude.
Keep repeating yourself.
Let's conclude.
I just said no. You dumb?
Yeah, pussy bitch. You know I'm winning. Trash ass nigga.
Wait, how are you winning, nigga? You still haven't answered any of your burdens, nigga. You have 3 burdens. You still haven't answered because you can't track, nigga.
Okay, if I haven't answered 3 burdens, let's conclude now.
Answer, nigga.
If I haven't answered 3 burdens, let's conclude now. Because I guarantee you, I've already answered all of your questions.
All right, so how did you answer my conclude now? Oh, wait. Okay, so give me the.
Do you want to conclude now?
Give me the nigga. Can you answer my?
I guarantee you, I answered all of your questions.
Let's conclude. Looks bad for you. Let me finish talking. That's what we're saying, right?
Nigga, I want to conclude.
Tell me how it connects. Tell me how my question connects to what you.
All of your questions that you already asked, all your questions that you have asked, have already been answered. And
okay, that's what I'm saying, dumbass.
They've already been answered. So if I haven't answered your questions, let's conclude.
Nigga, I'm asking
if you're so confident that I have 3 burdens,
that's the
reason why you think you would win the debate, right? Wait, no. Listen,
as I said, tell me how my question connects to your answer.
I have 3 burdens. Stop. If I have 3 burdens,
connect to your answer, you dumb bitch. You're not gonna have 3 burdens. You're a loser, nigga. You're a loser, nigga. Answer my question.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna answer the questions because they're one for which was already answered.
All
So
right. That's not the questions I'm
we can
in fucking
conclude.
reference to,
We
you
can
dumb
conclude.
bitch.
We can
Not the
conclude.
questions I'm in reference to, you dumb bitch.
We
You're
can
not
conclude.
tracking. As I
Okay, I
said,
don't
right?
think you
Tell
asked
me
me
how
any
it fucking
questions, so
connects,
let's
stupid
conclude.
bitch.
I don't think you asked me any questions, so let's conclude.
What do you think the question is?
I'm not answering that. I don't think I
Exactly. It's
have to
fucking
answer that, so
retarded.
I'm concluding. Let's
Retarded.
conclude.
Retarded.
Let's conclude.
I was
Let's conclude. I
listening.
don't think I have to answer
So
that.
tell me how it connects. Tell me how
I
my
don't think
fucking
I have
question
to
connects to
answer
your
that.
answer.
So can we
Why do you
conclude?
why do you think you don't have to answer that?
Yo, I'm first concluding, bro.
already
Both
gave the
niggas shut the fuck
reason.
up. Both you niggas going to serve me, bro. I'm first concluding this debate, bro. This shit was trash. Okay, we're just going to give like some type of like basic understanding baseline. This is what I track from the dialectic. So Polar said his character wins in virtue of the fact that it's pragmatically acceptable, given Polar's conceptual scheme, right? It operates virtuously when it's embedded in these type of things. Wustin says, what do you mean virtuous? Polar says it behaves properly when you dissect the apparatus. It behaves non-problematically, such that no member within the set offers up an attacking relation towards another member within the same set. And that's going to grant this type of epistemic warrant. Wustin then asks, well, why is it valid? Polar says it doesn't have to be valid to have the epistemic warrant. And Wustin makes the claim that Polar said it isn't valid, which that was obviously a mistrack on Wustin's end. That's mistrack number one. Polar says if you're talking about structure, then yeah, it would have to be valid because conceptual schemes have this type of framework. Polar then says that because his conceptual scheme is virtuous, it's non-problematic. Then Polar says it's non-problematic if you dissect the apparatus, it doesn't conflict. Given the prescriptions within the conceptual scheme. Wustin then asks, well, what is your conceptual scheme and how is it virtuous? Polar answers this and says his conceptual scheme embeds metaphysical solipsism, and how whatever Polar says is true. That's just going to be this type of content internalism account. He also said there's no conflicting relation in the scheme, which is why it's virtuous. Wustin says that Polar didn't answer what he asked when he did, and that was also a mistrack. And then they start doing this weird shit where they ask all these questions and ask them to repeat this and third. They kind of went circular. At one point, Polar asks, well, why does he have to answer any of these questions? I didn't hear Wustin give an adequate account of that either. I just feel like Polar won this, obviously beyond negative. Like, it didn't seem like Wustin gave any type of objection at all. So yeah, in virtue of the mistracks and in virtue of the fact that he didn't give any type of objection, Polar won this debate. So.
Wait, okay.